Hi, my name is Burak Baytu. I'm the owner of Baytu Realty. We are a London-based real estate agency specializing in overseas property sale. And me being British Turkish, you can say naturally our main focus is selling UK properties to the Turkish buyers and properties from Turkey to the British buyers. But besides the core activities as Baytu Realty, we are very much technology orientated and believe that this industry, like many others, will have to go through a significant transformation in order to catch up with the changing times. Especially so after the pandemic and the subsequent financial burden that a great chunk of the buyer's market will sadly but unavoidably face. The real estate market is changing and so does the nature of the requirements and expectations. As a result of spending much more time now at home, people are moving to flats with more spaces and if they can afford to do so, to houses with gardens. But in the meantime, the ordinary people's budgets are feeling the strains more and more. And they are the ones who make the large part of the buyer's market, I suppose, everywhere around the world. So where does this leave us? How can municipalities support the people and as a result the property market by providing data? How important is data when both the business ecosystem and the people's life expectations are changing? We are here today with Ms. Ece Tümer Ergün, responsible for the international projects, who is from the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality team that is leading this transformation. Dr. Erol Özgüner, the CIO of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, sadly could not attend due to an urgent last-minute meeting call. Ms. Ece Tümer Ergün will be sharing their views on data and what measures they are taking to empower the real estate industry and the people by providing a stream of data. For the next half an hour, we will be talking about the real estate information system that they have built at Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. Ece, welcome. The floor is yours.
Actually, at the beginning of our presentation, I believe that I need to mention about Istanbul and actually Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. And as you know, Istanbul is the biggest metropolis in Turkey with the population over 16 million, and it means that it's larger than 23 countries in Europe, and it has near to 5 million of this population in young people. So furthermore, 60 million people are internet users in Turkey and 14 million of them from actually Istanbul. So as you know, Istanbul is a global city and managing Istanbul also has a huge importance in that sense. So Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality is also like a city when we see all these numbers. 30 with municipality enterprises, it has almost 30 municipal enterprises and 2 subsidiary public utility corporations and more than 8,000 employees and near to 6,000 kilometers square service area. So as Metropolitan Municipality, we value transparency, accountability, and citizen collaboration, and our goal is also to improve the quality of life in Istanbul by providing high quality municipal services. So we value the party for democracy, and our slogan in that sense is we will succeed together, and it refers to all stakeholders participating in government and civic life. Within the scope of the project, our real estate information system project, we work on creating a value map, and we completed this system under the roof of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. With this solution developed, it will be ensured that all Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality real estate appraisals are carried out in a more informed and coordinated manner. This real estate information system, with the municipality's geographic information system solution, the information needs of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality Property Management Department will be solved under a single rule. So, when we look at this infographic of the system, we can see that the total value of real estate of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality is 210 billion. And then the total number of real estate of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality is almost 30,000. And then in this infographic, we can see Sarıyer is the most valuable district in Istanbul, according to Real Estate Information System, and it has a value of 33 billion of the total value. And among the properties of Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, and you can see that Sarıyer is the district with the highest real estate value, as it is adjacent to the Bosphorus, according to our real estate values map. And according to our real estate numbers map, it shows the total number of real estate belongs to Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. And again, you can see that the Sarıyer has the highest number of real estate. And in our solar energy and potential map project, Istanbul digital service model, Istanbul digital service model with 25 centimeter precision produced from Istanbul's leader data values. And solar map was calculated as a result of the analysis of the sunshine duration data taking every 14 days and 6-month period. And during the calculation, solar energy values obtained in 30-minute period from sunrise to sunset during the day were utilized. And in this way, the shadows and other effects that the obstructing objects around the roof will cause on the panel are taken into account at the optimum level. So in the light of this study, applications can be developed that can be offered to citizens as a suggestion for how much energy solar panels to be placed on the roof can obtain per year, and how many years the system can meet its own cost with software that can calculate the solar energy potential of a roof base. So in this map, yellow areas are the areas that the potential of solar energy is high. And in the light of the experiences gained from 1990 earthquake in Istanbul in Turkey, one of in Gölcük and Düzce, these earthquakes are such a destructive earthquake, and it has become an important necessity to reveal the earthquake hazard and risk of mega seas with destructive earthquake risks. And in this context, Istanbul, which is waiting for a devastating earthquake in Istanbul, Turkey, the earthquake hazard and risk. So presented the current scientific analysis on the subject using the data sets such as the existing superstructure and infrastructure inventory information, and using the results, especially in the integrated disaster management process, using them in urban planning studies for the purpose of prioritizing structural improvements against earthquakes, and urban transformation are extremely important for earthquake resistant Istanbul. And according to, in the light of our project, earthquake resistant Istanbul project, we created an earthquake hackathon in Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. So we had 600 teams attracted hackathon. So 12 projects were qualified for the competition. 6 stakeholders and 5 sponsor companies came together in this hackathon. So 23 inventors had entrepreneurs, and 9 jury members evaluated projects. And again, 12 data sets prepared within the scope of earthquake hackathon, such as Istanbul hourly population density information, Istanbul periodic population density information, post-earthquake population injury data, and so on. These are provided by Earthquake Plan Directorate, Directorate of Disaster Coordination Center, and Geographical Information Systems Directorate of IMM. Some of these data sets are shared at our internal address by creating the Earthquake Hackathon folder. The competitors who participated in the hackathon were also given access permission to this folder. Since there is no harm in disclosing some data sets to citizens, these data sets have been uploaded to our open data portal under the disaster management category. And competitors and students were able to access this data on our open data website, and this data is still available on the portal also. This timeline is actually reflects what we did in Earthquake Hackathon, and I mentioned all of them actually. And then when we look at our open data portal more deeply, we launched our open data portal to the public on January 18th of the last year. Open data of Istanbul are made available to citizens in 8 different smart city functional areas, which are environment, mobility, security, energy, living, human, governance, and economy. And currently we have 150 number of data sets on our open data portal, and our data transfer size is almost 1,000 gigabytes. And we have almost 100,000 average daily reach in our open data portal, and our total access is 16 million. And actually, during the presentation, we try to emphasize what we did in accordance with technology, in accordance with seismicity, earthquake. And in this slide, I try to give a more brief information about what we are planning to do and what we are doing. So, firstly, Istanbul is yours, Istanbul Senin in Turkish. We create a platform with a digital, secure, common payment infrastructure where Istanbulites can access all municipal applications from a single location. And in the project of smart meters, secondly, in this project of transformation to natural gas and water meters into smart meters, it will be tested in 2 different categories, LoRaWAN and NB-IoT, and communication technologies for bandwidth, efficiency, and cost optimization. With the accelerometer to be placed on these meters, on these smart meters actually, it aims to determine the damage related to the building, collapse, or damage after an earthquake. And thirdly, with a protected blockchain architecture to be accredited by IMM, a document network will be established where citizens' documents can be accessed with the approval of citizens. So in the first stage, ISMEC, our lifelong education institution, ISKİ and İKTAŞ, our water and gas companies, these documents will be distributed and verified. So, moreover, we have a robotic process automation system, and it includes the use of software robots to automate repetitive routine tasks normally performed by employees. As a current process in our robotic process automation, in HR personnel operations, efficiency has increased between 10 and 15 times. And finally, our traffic excellence project is a project that determines the optimization of public transport journey and traffic estimation and traffic anomalies in Istanbul. And secondly, what we are planning to do in the future by giving information from the past. So firstly, we try to create a 3D city modeling in Istanbul. So the underground and above ground inventories of the city were created by 3D modeling and city digital twins. And secondly, Istanbul has been selected as a pilot city in the field of accessibility under the title of equity, inclusivity, and social impact under the roof of G20 Smart City Alliance. And currently, IMM has 8,000 hotspots areas regarding the Wi-Fi services. We have solutions in actually big data. Our solutions that can perform predictive and prescriptive analytics on big data have been produced at IMM beyond traditional descriptive and diagnostic analytics. For example, with the artificial intelligence services developed, it increased the accuracy rate in traffic estimation and was able to complement the missing data of the sensors with machine learning techniques. It has been able to reduce human errors by automatically classifying thousands of calls received with natural language processing techniques and assigning them to current units. And finally, we are working on data center and data analytics laboratory in Istanbul. It's a center-based system and software infrastructure that data scientists, academicians, students, researchers, and entrepreneurs provide, can process and use data to produce solutions to Istanbul's problems with the data that IMM does not publish as open data. So thank you very much. I tried to give a brief and compact information about our current topic. Thank you.
Great. Thanks for the information. What I'm gathering from this presentation is Istanbul Municipality is actually very actively working on providing data about different aspects of life and city management. This data you are sharing openly through your platform, and maybe if you want to send us the URL link on the chat screen, and then viewers can see it and check out the data. But this
actually, you can see our English version of our open data portal from this link, and if you want, I can share it also from the chat.
No, I think our viewers can grab it from there. Thanks for drawing attention to it. And so, since this information is all available, and I suppose we can see on this current slide that it's increasing by the day, and there is also interest that is increasing by the day. Well, you've touched upon this briefly, but can I rightly assume that you are open for universities and also private industry to make use of this data and come up with different solutions? You're not dictating any solution requirements. You are giving the data openly and allowing the marketplace to openly explore it and exploit it to the best that they can. Is Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality open to foreign startups, international companies to make use of this data and create solutions, and then maybe present it to you and come up with some partnerships of sorts to provide a better life experience for the citizens of Istanbul?
Yes, exactly.
The data that you are providing, you've early in your presentation, you have mentioned the solar power work that you are doing. Would you like to elaborate a little bit more about that? Because I think energy is one of the key issues globally at any level, not only at municipality level, but at many different levels of life. What would you like to say about that? What would you like to see happening with this data that you are creating?
Actually, for the solution of solar energy and potential map, this project actually is carried by our geographical information department. And as a smart city department, actually, yeah, we believe in this project potential. And the more detailed information can be provided by our geographical systems department, geographical information systems department. And what I want to say, or what I can say regarding this project is, actually, you know that the climate change is a very wide topic in the world, and it's a very hot topic in the world. So with this project, what we are trying to do is we want people to be more informative, be more aware of the solar energy, the using solar energy. We want to create kind of an awareness in the public. So, as I said during my presentation before, this solar energy potential system has actually a potential to create people their own energy system, and they can meet their own costs in regarding the software. And in the panel, sorry for the interruption. And we suggest people to develop their perspective, develop their awareness in the sense of climate change and using solar energy systems. So this is the thing what I can say about the project, because I don't have very detailed information about the project as I am part of Smart City Department. Right. So maybe people can reach our geographical information system in that sense. Yes. I'm sorry for a lot of information.
No. That's I think it does give an idea. What I can add to that in terms of solar energy issues is the law in Turkey does allow for units, for flats who have their own solar energy systems to actually gather that energy and then sell it back to the main grid, and thereby reducing their energy costs. So legally, this is already in place in Turkey. So I know that there is also an issue with regards to the municipality, the metropolitan municipality and the local municipalities, because some of the things are within the scope of the metropolitan university and some metropolitan municipality, and some of them are with the local municipalities. But the law is there for people who want to have their own solar power systems to gather energy and then sell it back to the grid, and thereby reducing their energy costs, which I think is very important in a country like Turkey, a Mediterranean country where there is a lot of sun, and maybe a bit sadly so with the changing climate. It is it's January and we've not seen any snow, we've not even seen much sun. So I think to reduce the negative effect on climate issues, on the climate, one of the key issues is to reduce energy consumption, or at least changing it to natural energy consumption. So I suppose Turkey is a good market for any company that would like to invest in that, and especially in Istanbul, since you are thankfully producing all this energy for any company that would like to exploit that opportunity. But coming back to the city, the issue of smart city, which is your key area, I know. Yeah. What would you like to say about that, and where do you see your department's work being carried to by universities and the private industry. What would make you happy if you would see a company or a university taking that data and then creating from it?
Actually, in that sense, as you know, public-private partnerships, 3P, is very important in that sense, because as I said before, our goal is to improve the quality of life in Istanbul by providing high-quality municipal services. So we believe the power of partnership in that sense, and we try to reach our people, the citizens of Istanbul, and we try to hear them what they want to see in Istanbul, what they need actually, and in that sense we are kind of umbrella. We have kind of an umbrella term as smart cities. So we try to hear citizens what they want, and we try to reach people from one point to one point. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We try to create kind of a reciprocal relationship in the city by hearing people and try to create kind of a collaboration in the city between citizens actually. Our data lab, Zemin Istanbul, actually are very important projects in that sense, in order to increase solidarity in Istanbul and increase the partnership. And in that sense, we try to increase the effectiveness of academy, effectiveness of entrepreneurs in Istanbul. So we are trying to bring them together in a common place for a common solution, for solution that refers to the exact problems of Istanbul. So we provide people to see their own problems in Istanbul and problems of Istanbul, and we provide people to create their own solutions for Istanbul. So in that sense, as a smart city department, we have a key role to bring students together and find their own solutions of Istanbul.
So, if I understand correctly, what you are doing is you are providing the data set, but allowing the private industry and the university to make use of that data and come up with their solutions. You are not actually so much focused on developing the solutions yourselves. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, it's correct, because data is kind of material to reach people and to provide a solution for people. So we open our data for citizens to compose their own solutions. So data is kind of a key role in that sense. It's not our aim.
I understand. So you are creating this data and you are openly sharing it through your platform, which the URL we have shown earlier.
Yes.
Maybe we could go back to that if anyone has still not taken it. So you are inviting people, startups and universities and anyone for that matter, to grab that data and come up with solutions. And to do that, because it's an open platform, it doesn't require any membership or anything. I suppose I'm correct to say that they don't need to apply to you to make use of that data. It's an open source data. They can work on any kind of solutions for that matter, and if they come up with a good solution, they can publish it and make commercial use of it as well if they wish to. Is that correct?
Yes, that's very correct.
And there is no limitation as to whether this can be a university, an academy, or a private industry, a local private industry, or a global, international private sector company. You have no limitations on that as well.
Yes, yes, we are very open to public.
Perfect. So let this be an invitation to anyone that wants to invest into developing solutions for the people of Istanbul. And before we close this session, would you like to say anything about, or I'm not sure if this is your expertise area, but if it's not, you can just say so. But what do you think about the international investment that is coming to Istanbul, and where do you see that going? And yeah, basically your ideas on that, and where do you see Istanbul growing to, not in terms of size, but in terms of quality of life in Istanbul for the local people and for those who are buying houses here from the international community?
First of all, I want to mention about our international visibility activities in that sense, because we are trying to increase our visibility in both globally and locally. So as part of our global visibility strategy in that sense, we are part of EIT Urban Mobility community. And we have two different projects in EIT Urban Mobility. One is related to COVID process, and one is related to artificial intelligence in transportation, public transportation system. So, secondly, as I mentioned before, we are pilot city in G20 Smart City Alliance, and in the policy of under the policy of accessibility. So thirdly, we are Turkey coordinator in Open Agile Smart Cities, and by being part of these kind of processes, projects, and communities, institutions, we are trying to understand what is going on globally, and what is the highest and hot topics in global environment. So we are trying to understand the global, and we are at the same time we are trying to understand local, and we are trying to again create kind of a reciprocal relationship between these global and local platforms and topics. So we are trying to learn in the global sense, and we are trying to hear our local, and we try to create kind of a unique environment for Istanbul in order to see the exact problems and find exact solutions for each problem. So in this sense, international projects and institutions and companies are very, very important to us in order to give more detailed solutions, more related solutions, and up-to-date solutions for Istanbul. So we are very open to partnerships, local and global partnerships. We are trying to reach entrepreneurs. We are trying to reach young, actually, entrepreneurs, because they are very valuable to us. And in that sense, idea is very important in that sense. Yes. So this is what I can say.
So I think before we conclude, before we close the session, we can conclude that Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, creating all this data, is very open for this open data to be made use of by anyone, be it from Turkey or from the global markets, to create any applications that will benefit the citizens of Istanbul, and also for development companies that are willing to, because as a real estate company, we get a lot of inquiries from international developers to come to Turkey and mainly to Istanbul to develop properties, because they know Istanbul is quite a hot market in terms of property, as one of the if not the biggest city of Europe. It's one of the biggest cities with maybe still the very lowest square meter prices. So there's a lot of potential, profit potential for any investors here in Istanbul. And they are willing to, they inquire about building properties and developments here in Istanbul. So we can say that Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality is welcoming them to make use of their data and build developments that are smart developments. That is the future of Istanbul.
Yes, yes.
Great. Well,
exactly.
Well, thank you very much for your time. And I wish you luck with all the work that you're carrying out, Ece, at the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. And thank you for everything that you are providing for the citizens of Istanbul.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time, actually. And I really wish that Mr. Erol would be here, and maybe for another session.
Well, why not? Why not? I mean, we're very sorry to not having had the chance to interview him, but as a result, we had a very nice session with you, and it's great to have covered these topics. And maybe you can send our requests to Erol to have another session with him another time, and then we'll cover many more topics and extend the invitation to many more developers, construction developers and application developers of the global market to come to Istanbul and be part of this journey.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
To all our viewers, thank you very much for attending. It was a pleasure hosting this event for you, and we'd like to see all of you coming to Istanbul as tourists, but once you're here, I suppose you will have many more reasons to come here and to invest here to Istanbul, construction-wise and data applications-wise. So thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you online or on in the streets of Istanbul. Bye-bye now.